Henri, I'm sorry Viki wasn't up to putting on her gown for the hem adjustment.
Oh, that valiant woman. Tina, I promise I will do anything I can to make her as comfortable as possible.
Well, that's very kind of you, but we don't have that much time. You know, the wedding is tomorrow.
Oh, I'm very well aware of that. A plan. I will have my assistant standing by to come here any time tonight or tomorrow before the event. Her name and number.
Oh, great. Okay, thank you.
Well, I must be off. Tina, my darling, this gown is perhaps my most dazzling achievement to date. And do you know why? Because you are perhaps my most dazzling client.
Henri, that's very sweet of you. Oh, thank you.
Ciao for now.
Ciao, Henri.
He's quite a character.
Yes, quite a procrastinator, which is why we're running so close to the edge here. Yeah. How's Viki doing?
She is upset with herself because she couldn't manage the fitting.
Oh, Sheila. Okay, listen, in your professional opinion, what are Viki's chances of walking down that aisle tomorrow morning?
Slim. But then again, I've never seen a more determined or driven patient. I mean, she might just shock us all and just do it. God knows she wants to badly enough.
I wish you didn't feel so much pressure about this. I have tried to convince her that being in a wheelchair as my matron of honor is no big deal.
But it bothers her. That's the bottom line. Tina, darling, Oh, hi, Sheila. Hello. Oh, sorry. No, it's okay. I was just headed back to the room for some more therapy with Viki.
Oh, it makes me so sad. She did not need a setback like this right now.
I know. I'll see you later.
Okay, bye-bye.
Sheila.
Tina, darling, I have great news. I know where Johnny D is.
So what I need you to do is to cancel my room and Lisa Porter's room and put us in a suite together. She really shouldn't be alone right now.
According to the computer, I've got a suite opening up tomorrow, but not sooner.
Oh.
Why don't you just move into my house, Alex, you and Lisa?
What?
Well, there's tons of room. You could live there rent-free. Plus, if you're interested in buying it, sell you the damn thing for maybe $1.50.
How about now, Charlotte? Can you see me now? Charlotte!
I don't know what happened to my vision.
Okay, must be something from the accident. Please, lay down.
I don't want to lie down, Jake. I can't
I'll go get a nurse. Just hold on here a second.
Leave me.
All right, nurse! Help! Nurse! Lay down.
What is it?
I don't know. Go get Dr. Woollett, please. It's an emergency now.
Why is this happening to me? I can't see anything. I'm blind.
It's true. This is my fault.
Here's what to do when you don't find the rainbows in this time. Here's where you go when it looks like the rain won't end. Don't cry. I'll give you tomorrow. Let me be the one to share it with. And each day that follows, 'cause we only have one night to live.
I'm bleeding. Am I bleeding?
No, you're not bleeding. It's just perspiration. Take it easy. Lie
I
back.
think I'm gonna faint.
Look, lie her down. I'll go get
I don't want to lie down. What is she doing here?
I had to call her and tell her about the accident, Charlotte.
Why? So she can gloat?
No, she's not here to gloat. She's here to help Megan.
Well, so what did the doctor say?
The doctor said it was a mild concussion, and then all of a sudden this happened. She can't see.
What if this stays the rest of my life?
Look, it's probably temporary. It's probably a result of the concussion.
How do you know?
Because my sister worked with the blind. She told me a lot about her patients.
I don't want to live like this. I can't go on living like this. Jake, do something!
Hey, listen, take it easy. Now, she's probably right. It's probably just temporary because of the concussion. Now, please, just lie back.
What's happened?
Daddy, I can't see anything.
I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, she just can't see.
Oh, she was fine when I left her a few minutes ago. What the hell's going on? What have you done to her?
Daddy,
Walt's on his way back.
He didn't do anything. It just happened all of a sudden. I couldn't see anything. It was like the lights went out.
Charlotte, take my hand. Now look at me. Now, I'm staring at you, Charlotte. Do you see me at all, baby, huh?
I'm trying, Daddy. I'm trying, but I can't see anything.
I really think in a couple of hours this is going to clear.
You're an actress, not a doctor. Get the hell out of here. Both of you, get out!
No, I don't want Jake to leave me.
I'll leave, fine. I'll wait outside.
Daddy, I'm so scared.
talking about?
All night long, I just drove around in my car, Alex.
Why?
You about through with things here at the counter?
Oh, yes. Would you put a hold on that room for me, please?
Oh, sure thing, Ms. Olin.
Why did you drive around in your car?
I couldn't sleep in our bedroom. I couldn't sleep in the guest rooms or on the couch. I couldn't sleep. That house is as much Sarah's as it is mine.
So you're thinking of moving out?
I'm definitely gonna move out of the house, and I think as soon as Cord and Tina's wedding is over, I'm gonna get out of this town.
That's not a good idea.
Look, I'm gonna put the house on the market. Nobody knows about this but you. Now, you're welcome to use the house. You and Lisa both. You can have it as long as you want.
Well, that's very generous of you, considering that Lisa's father's responsible for Sarah's death.
I can't blame the kid for her father.
I know, but I think it would make her uneasy. And my whole point right now is to make this bad time as easy for her as possible. I wish there was something I could do for you.
You've already done a lot for me, Alex. There's nothing anybody can do to help me right now. It's just gonna take time. I know it. I've been through it all before. Seems like it'd be easier the second time. The fact is...
No, it's even harder. Because you know what the pain is and what it takes to go through it. But moving to new surroundings is not a good idea. You need to be around your friends and family and other people that loved Sarah so you can share those memories with them.
I want to get over the memories.
But
See, that's the whole point.
You can't stuff your feelings like that. It'll just explode sometime when you least expect it.
Have you lost a couple of husbands or something? Damn, I'm sorry. That's not fair. That's cruel. I'm sorry. There's no need to be sarcastic to you. I'm just on edge.
I understand.
It's another reason I want to get out of here. I don't want to hurt people that I really care about, but there's part of me that really wants to hurt something.
Well, maybe we could start going to the gym every day, and you could hurt a rowing machine. Or better yet, we could get in the ring, the boxing ring, and go a few rounds every morning.
Boxing? You box?
I have a great many talents you don't know anything about.
Come on, Alex, you don't box. I guess that grin means that you think you probably whip me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, I thought I'd never smile again. Here I am smiling. But I gotta move on.
Moving on is not moving away. I have experience in this area, I really do. And from what I know, going to a place that's strange and unfamiliar just makes it more difficult.
Renee, you just went home.
Yes, but when I got there, I learned from Asa that he had found out today that Johnny D. deposited a substantial sum of money in a South American bank.
South America.
Yes, darling. So that means that Johnny D is gone, long gone, thousands and thousands of miles gone away.
Renee, oh.
Oh, darling. You see, he was obsessed with you, but he was very clear about his own life. He knew if he stayed around here, he was going to be indicted.
Oh, Renee.
For attempted murder.
I am so angry that he's not going to be put in jail for trying to kill Viki, but I'm so grateful that he is gone. I know that makes me really selfish.
No. You're not to judge yourself about this. You are to look to your future with Cord and your family. Ultimately, for all concerned, it's best that Johnny D is gone for good.
That I am free and clear with this pregnancy. Except for the fact that my file is still missing.
Well, I also happen to have a little information about that as well.
I managed to dodge the bullet of Max coming in, discovering me in Asa's study again. And then who should walk in but Renee? Do you know what she did then?
I can't imagine. Good heavens! Oh, no.
What?
Look, I've dropped a stone out of my bracelet.
Oh, a stone, huh? Well, we both know that that is just a fake and that that stone is just colored glass.
Darling, these are jewels, and you're the only person who's supposed to know they're not. Now, quickly, get me some glue.
Oh, Mum, look, I'm telling you the most vital story about Tina's medical file, how it went from hand to hand to hand to hand.
Yes, I know. Well, I can glue while I'm listening. Hurry up. It's part of a set, and it's my favorite.
All right. Tina, be careful. This is very strong bonding glue. I wouldn't want you to slip and get stuck to my sofa for the rest of your life.
You know, that's not very kind. I've come here to babysit for Al. Ever since you decided to be a Buchanan, you've been terribly snippy. I wish you'd get over it and get on with it.
Look, I would be able to, once I'm able to expose Tina for lying. And I was so close. The file was right there on Ace's desk, and then Renee comes waltzing in and picks it up with the rest of her wedding files.
What? Did she open it?
No, thank God she didn't. But she had them right there in her hands, and there was nothing I could do. She then decided she was going to go to Llanfair with her files, and so I had to follow her to Llanfair. When I got there, the file ended up in Tina's hands. So I held my breath, praying that Tina wouldn't open the file and look at it.
Well, obviously she didn't, or you wouldn't still be alive.
Oh, Mom. Yeah, I finally found a way to get the file back, but I'm running out of time. It is vital that I get this file to Asa so that I can prove that Tina is carrying Johnny's baby, not Cord's. Why are you so disinterested in this vital conversation?
Because I think it's wrong that you're trying to prove this.
It was Asa who came to me and said that I had to prove my trustworthiness and my loyalty to be part of this family. Well, I think that this is the best opportunity for me to prove my loyalty beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Darling, you're going to give Asa information that he doesn't want. And he's going to be furious with you. As irrational as that sounds, you mark my words.
Nigel? Hello, it's Gabrielle Holden here. I'd like to speak to Asa, please.
What are you doing?
Oh, really? I understand. He's not there? Great. Thank you. Fine. Asa's at Llanfair? That's where I'm going.
I'm not going to let you go. You're out of control. You think you're being terribly clever, but you're being terribly stupid.
Darling, I have a wedding present for you.
A computer disk?
Mm-hmm.
What is on this?
It is Jane Black's file from the Pine Valley Clinic.
Renee.
So you are purged forever from the great file cabinet in the sky.
How did you manage this?
Ha ha ha, that's my little secret. However, there is one little problem. The computer printout is still missing.
So I'm not totally free yet.
No, but now wait. There are other files missing as well. And they're assuming that there was some sort of a clerical error, which sounds perfectly right to me.
Unless someone like Johnny D wants it just to look like
No,
that.
no, wait. The secretary assured me. Right now they are short of office staff, and the whole place has been in a terrible turmoil. So I do not want you to worry about this any longer. As a matter of fact, I, right now, order you to never think about that again.
Okay. I will accept that order. Renee, you have just been my little lifesaver. I am so thankful. I don't know how I'm ever going to repay you.
You know, Tina, if you want to repay me and you really want to thank me, tell Cord about the baby. No, please.
Renee.
Now, listen. You slept with Johnny to save Cord's life. He is going to be grateful and forgiving.
If I had told him months ago, I know you told me to do that, and I just couldn't do it then, and now it's too late.
But, darling...
Renee, don't argue with me, please, really. I'm just starting to believe that I can finally have a future that's happy with Cord and with CJ and with the new baby.
I am in control, and I'm not being stupid.
Oh, yes, and I suppose you were in control the night you decided to switch the babies in the hospital, right? Or the day you decided to write yourself a check for $25,000 with funds that Brenda had given to Outlook House. You were being very clever those days, and look at the outcome of those acts.
You know, I can't believe this. I am trying to secure a wonderful future for all of us, and you want to drag up my past life.
Oh, darling, the Buchanans are going to know that you've been sneaking around behind their backs to find this information about Tina. It's not going to endear you to them.
Tina is sneaking around. It is Tina who is lying to Cord. He is a wonderful man. We became friends. I adore him. He deserves something better than all of Tina's lies. They're only going to break his heart again.
Don't do it.
excuse me, I need to borrow this bracelet for a very important occasion. Now, if you need me, I will be at Llanfair.
Darling, what about Max? What's he going to do when he finds out about all this?
Max will get over this, just like he got over his resentment of being Ace's illegitimate son. And then we are all going to live happily ever after. Well, except for Tina.
What's the cause of my daughter's blindness, Doctor?
I would rather not speculate right now, Mr. Hesser.
Please, I need to know.
Charlotte, I could only guess at this point, but Dr. Fowler is our best ophthalmologist, and she'll be down here in just a minute.
Didn't you see this coming, Wallach?
Charlotte, you didn't say anything about vision problems, did you?
Well, things got blurry on and off, but then they cleared up, so I didn't mention it.
Oh, Dr. Fowler, please come in. This is our patient, Charlotte Harrison, her father, Mr. Hesser, and her husband, Jake Harrison.
Are you the ophthalmologist? Yes. What seems to be the problem? I can't see anything.
We were in a car accident pretty bad, and Charlotte hit her head on the windshield.
It was a mild concussion, but she certainly had no evidence of vision problems.
Well, things got fuzzy on and off, and they cleared up, and then all of a sudden, I just couldn't see anything.
Mr. Harrison, Mr. Hesser, would you step outside? I want to examine Mrs. Harrison without her being distracted.
No, I don't want Jake to leave.
No, baby, no. Jake will be no further than the hall outside this room. Isn't that right, Jake?
That's right, Charlotte. We'll be right outside in the hall. As soon as the doctor said I can come back in, I will.
I love you, baby. Everything's gonna be fine. Isn't that right, Doctor?
Well, we'll certainly do what we can, sir. Okay, Charlotte. I want you to look right straight ahead.
Don't touch her.
Let's get something straight, Hesser. You're not my boss, so you don't tell me what or what not to do.
Listen, punk. My daughter's blindness is on your head. First you break her heart, and now you cause this.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
We went for a drive. She became upset, hysterical. She tried to get out of the car while it was still moving.
Why? Because you were demanding a divorce from her? Because you were telling her again how you didn't really care about her? How you used her to get to me?
Oh, don't talk to me like that, would you? You're the one that convinced her to drug me, take those pictures of me, so throw them in the intruder, aren't you?
Now listen, don't try to put any of that on me, Harrison. No. You're the one at fault for this, and you know damn well it's all because of you. It's because of you that she's blind. It's because of you that she's in deep emotional shock. And you don't think you're going to pay for all of that?
Oh, listen, I really better had it with you.
What are you going to say? Come on.
No, you're
What are you going to say, Megan? What are you going to say, huh?
This is a hospital.
The first thing you're going to do to make sure that Charlotte gets over her trauma is to make sure that there is no more discussion about divorce. Isn't that right, Jake?
What I do about the divorce is none of your damn business, Carlo.
Wrong. It concerns my daughter. It damn well is my business.
No, I'll handle this the way I see fit. And first of all, we're going to take it one step at a time. I want to find out what the doc says is really wrong with your daughter.
You're what's wrong with her.
You know, I am so sick of you whining about Charlotte. What about my mother? Your son is responsible for putting her in a wheelchair, and my sister was killed by your friend, Porter. Where the hell is Johnny D? How'd he manage to get out of town without being arrested? You're the one that belongs in jail right now. You're the one that put a hit out on Jake. You're the one that put a hit out on my mother. I just want you to know that.
Megan,
hey,
stop
don't worry. No problem. I'm leaving.
All right, don't worry about it. Don't worry about her. What does Fowler have to say?
Well, as a matter of fact, she's made a preliminary diagnosis. Okay. Hey, you all right?
No, I'm not. But you can't help me.
I'm sure you told me all about your father. He turned state's evidence and went into the witness protection program.
Yes. And for my mother and I, it was like he died. There was no way to contact him, no way for him to contact us. He just disappeared.
So that's why you know so much about grief.
It's just that my mother did exactly the thing that you're thinking about doing. She moved us to London. I had no father, no home, no friends, and a mother that couldn't deal with her feelings.
It's gonna be rough.
I was never so alone in my life. Don't do that to yourself, Bo. Stay here with people that love you. Go through this with people that care about you.
I don't know.
It doesn't, even if you go away, you can't run away from it. When you come back, it's just there waiting for you to go through then.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I'm moving too fast, but I can't stay in that house any longer.
Oh, excuse me. I just saw Lisa. Lisa, you two haven't been formally introduced.
But I know him. You're the reason my father's in jail.
Darling, you deserve all the happiness in the world that comes your way.
Evening, ladies.
Hi, Asa.
Hi, darling.
How's Viki?
She's in therapy with Sheila right now, so...
Is she walking any better?
We don't know. Hopefully no news is good news.
You know, it's a damn shame those cops let that Johnny D slip away, because I think Viki might probably feel better if she knew he was in prison.
I don't know. If he's in South America, he can't hurt anyone. As far as I'm concerned, that is the best news possible. Now, I'm ready to go if you are, and Tina is exhausted.
1 second. Tina, I have decided to give you a wedding gift before the wedding. Maybe put a bigger smile on your face.
Really?
That's for my new great-grandchild.
Stocks.
That's a certificate of 5,000 shares of Buchanan Oil. It'll be 10 times that amount when the newest Buchanan heads for college.
Lord, Asa, I don't even know what to say.
Well, darling, I think you might try thank you and good night.
Thank you. Cord is going to be really stunned. Thank you.
Well, I tell you, according to Cord and Renee and what I've seen, you have really changed. You've become a responsible woman. That harebrained, scheming little... Well, I think Tina knows what I'm trying to say. There are no more tricks in your life, right, honey?
Right, Asa.
Evening, everyone, again.
Gabrielle, you're back.
Yes, for...
Look at what Asa gave me. He gave me 5,000 shares for my new baby. When he grows up, it's going to be worth so much money. Think about that.
Oh, my goodness, yes. Asa, that's so terribly generous of you.
Oh, Gabrielle, I can read you like a book. It's frightening.
What do you mean?
What do I mean? You would like me to whip out another certificate like that for your son, Al?
Asa, darling, let's load up the wagons and head out.
Wait, hold on. Gabrielle, what did you want me for?
Want you?
Nigel called me on the car phone, said you wanted to see me. I'm here. Talk. Gabrielle, would you like me to speak louder?
No. Trying to think what it was that I called you about. Oh, yes, Max. I was trying to find him because Al wanted to speak to his daddy, and I couldn't locate him, so I assumed he was probably with you.
I have not seen him for hours. Renee, I'm starving. Let's go.
Oh, wait a minute. What I mean is I'll go out there with you. I have a present for Tina. It's in the car. Of course, it'll pale in comparison to the stocks that you gave her.
Darling, it is the thought that counts, but let's go. I am famished and I need feeding. Bye-bye.
Well, second thought, actually, I think I'll stay here and have a chat with Tina.
Bye. Gabrielle, what is going on with you? You're like a frazzled bride to be yourself. What?
I have a lot on my mind.
Well, if you want to talk to somebody, I'd be willing
Tina,
to
would you
listen to
please stop being nice? I'm
Ooh.
sorry. What I meant was just ignore me, please.
Gabrielle, maybe you should go home and get some rest.
Well, no, do you know what? This gift that I want to give you, silly me, it's right here in my bag. Goodness, not in the car at all. There we go. Hope you like it. I wanted to give you something old, to keep up with tradition.
Gabrielle, it's beautiful. Are these stones real? I can't...
Well, they better be. It's been in the family for generations.
Well, thank you.
Excuse me, Tina. I have some news about Viki.
Maybe you're right, Lisa. Maybe I am responsible for that, but your father wouldn't be in jail right now if he didn't do something wrong.
Alex told me your wife was killed and it was my father's fault.
You both have lost someone that you loved. But the difference is, Lisa, that your father is still alive.
I still don't get it. He spent his whole life in government, working to fight against the bad guys. How does he end up one of them?
It wasn't his fault. He just got obsessed with power. And he became very ambitious.
It's true. His letters to me at school the past few months were all filled with expectations of glory. How he'd soon be promoted after this big case. How he could even become the head of the FAB after long.
You see, his fantasies clouded his judgment. Something just went wrong with him, Lisa.
But he keeps insisting that he wasn't wrong.
But you know better, don't you?
I guess I do. But, you know, my mom died when I was little, and it's just been my dad and me for so long. I have to hope there's been some mistake.
I wish this whole thing was nothing more than a big mistake and that the whole thing could be corrected and none of us would have to suffer. But,
Alex, let's forget about having dinner. I'm not really hungry.
All right. Give me a minute with Bo, and then I'll come up. Maybe we'll order a hamburger or something. Okay?
Lisa, I am sorry.
Me too.
Of course, we'll be running some tests, but for now, I think we've got a case of blindness due to trauma.
You mean the blow to her head?
Not physical trauma, emotional trauma.
More commonly known as hysterical blindness.
Really? Oh, so I was right. It is your fault, Harrison.
Daddy, don't blame Jake.
Charlotte, honey, he's the reason you're in this hell.
Mr. Hesser, your daughter needs support now. Laying blame isn't going to help.
What would help, Doctor?
Well, I think some psychological counseling, and rest, and time. The three can work wonders. I'm going to check for drugs and alcohol in the system. That can bring this on occasionally.
I don't do drugs. I haven't had anything to drink. How long will this last?
Well, I can't predict that right now.
But you must have some idea. You've done this sort of thing before.
Well, it'll last 1 day or 2, maybe more. I can't give you a timetable on that right now. I'm sorry. Larry, let's admit this young woman and give her a complete rest and then take some blood tests.
How can you all be so calm about this? I want to see again.
No, you're going to be fine, sweetheart. Everything will be fine
Jake.
soon.
Jake.
I'm right here, Charlotte. I'm right here.
Yes. Right where a husband belongs.
Jake, please don't leave me. Don't leave me, because if you do, I might as well just die.
Now, Charlotte, you're gonna be okay.
Now, when? In a week, a month, a year?
Let's get you moved upstairs and run the tests, and then we'll talk, all right?
I'll make the arrangements.
Thanks, Larry.
Dr. Wallach, needless to say, spare no expense.
I feel so ashamed.
For what?
You're saying that I'm doing this to myself.
No, that's not what they're saying. They say it happened because of emotional difficulties, not anything you did, Charlotte.
Charlotte, I know I can get a hold of specialists who can satisfy this whole situation and do it efficiently. I'm going to make some phone calls. Now, you get some sleep, baby, all right?
I'm so exhausted, but there's no way I can sleep.
Yes, you can. It's gonna be the best thing for you, all right?
Jake, will you stay with me?
Of course. Of course I will. I'll be here until you fall asleep.
See you shortly.
Daddy, I'm sorry for all this trouble.
Oh, baby. You're no trouble. Rather, trouble walked into your life.
Are we alone?
Yeah.
Do you hate me?
No, I don't hate you, Charlotte. I just wish a lot of things.
All right, Sarah, help me out here. I didn't throw away any of your books, just in case. Here we go. The causes of blindness. Let's see if they say anything about faking blindness. Faking blindness.
From the way you look, it doesn't look like it's good news.
I'm afraid not. Viki can hardly stand, let alone walk.
But I don't understand. What exactly happened when she fell out of her wheelchair?
Well, when she fell, it caused spinal shock syndrome.
Which will go away, right? I mean, she's not going to be any worse in the long run than she was before it happened.
No, but what she's concerned about is the short term, specifically about your wedding day. She wants to walk down that aisle on her own or not do it at all.
Oh. Well, I'm certain that couldn't she be the matron of honor, but in her wheelchair?
Well, Viki has it in her mind that she's going to be ruining the wedding, which isn't at all near the truth, but she's just not herself lately.
Well, see, I think a lot of things have caught up with her. I mean, she still mourns for Sarah. She saw the photograph of Jake and Charlotte Hesser in The Intruder.
What do you mean? I thought we were supposed to keep The Intruder from her.
Someone sent a photo by mail.
Oh, well, that's just great.
Anyway, she's worried about Megan. She feels terrible for Beau, and she's angry that Johnny D got away. I mean, she is overwhelmed emotionally.
Yeah, not to mention physically. I mean, this whole thing has just set her back. I hope that this wedding turns out to be something that's going to help her recovery.
Yes. Well, surely, you know, the wedding tomorrow, if she can't walk, she could just be in her wheelchair, couldn't she?
But if she can't walk, she may not even want any part of the ceremony.
Sheila, no. Well, so who's supposed to be my matron of honor then? Thank you. Yeah, I was right. She was up in her room crying.
She's trying to act grown up. How old is she?
17.
17, that's a tough age. Grown, but not quite grown up.
Anyway, we talked a little bit, and then I drew a hot bath for her, so she'll probably be able to sleep, I hope. I wish there was something I could prescribe for you.
Oh, well, I'll be able to sleep tonight, even if it's standing up.
About your living problem, I think I have a solution.
I'll bet you do.
No, I do. I think you should hold on to your house and definitely stay in town, but that you should live here in your dad's hotel.
Nice, sterile, but a very lovely little hotel.
But it's a neutral area with no memories for you. It would be a retreat you could go to whenever you needed it.
Maybe you're right. I don't like the thought of being away from family and friends. It'd be even lonelier.
And if it doesn't work out, you can still leave, right? So you agree?
Yeah.
Good. So I don't have to worry about you long distance.
What about Lisa, though? Being in the same hotel?
Well, it might be a little hard for her at first, but she'll get used to it. And I think that maybe you two would be good for each other eventually.
It's a real nice thought, Alex. And I think it's great that you can empathize with people's grief the way you can, but right now I don't have anything to give anybody. Certainly not the 17-year-old kid of the man responsible for killing my wife.
Oh, well, I wasn't insinuating that you would be a father figure,
Well,
too.
whatever. I may stay here in Llanfair for a while longer, but I've just got a feeling I'm going to be a hermit for quite a while.
Well, I know tomorrow's going to be very difficult for you.
Yeah. I'm happy for Cord and Tina, though. I'm happy that you're going to come to the wedding with me.
I've been meaning to talk to you about that.
I've already accepted for you, Alex. And for Lisa.
You asked them if I could come to the wedding, and you didn't ask me. And then you accepted for me without telling me, is that right?
Well, you've always done so much for me. See, I'd like for the family to get to know you a whole lot better. And other than the fact that you'd be stuck with me all day, there's free food, champagne.
Free food and champagne?
Mm-hmm.
Well, gosh, how can I turn that down?
So you accept?
Yes, thank you.
Great. Thank you. I'm gonna check in before I end up curled up in the lobby here.
Seems like I'm going to be tucking people in all night.
I've already got everyone in the family in the wedding. I mean, I guess Renee could be the matron of honor, but...
Oh, you could ask a friend.
Well, I don't have any close friends that I'd want to... Oh, I'm sorry, you mean you.
Tina, we have been close in the past. I just, well, I thought that we were getting close again.
Pardon me while you two figure out the exact status of your relationship. I'm going home. Good night.
Good night,
Sheila.
Thanks a lot. You succeeded in hurting my feelings.
Gabrielle, I'm sorry. I guess I was just thinking of this as, you know, like a family thing.
I am family, too.
Right. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. You're right. Okay, well, sure. I mean, I would like you to be in the wedding, but you don't have a gown or...
Tina, it was just a suggestion in case Viki has to back out. It's not as though I'm dying to be in your wedding party.
Okay, good. Because, I mean, I know Viki's going to make it, you know, one way or another. Excuse me. Hello? Hi, handsome. How are you? Are you all done today at the Banner? Really? Well, yeah, sure. I mean, yeah. CJ's asleep and Kim's here, I guess. Okay. All right, I'll meet you there for a date. Okay, thanks, sweetheart. I love you. Bye.
Who was that?
Who was that? That was Cord. And I've got to go.
Oh, fine. You go ahead. I need to call Max before I leave.
Okay. Thanks, Gabrielle. Oh, and thank you for the bracelet.
You're welcome. Hope the glue holds. And again, if I can get my evidence to Asa on time, well, none of us will need to wear gowns at all.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hi.
Do me a favor. Don't give me a hard time. Just come here and give me a hug and tell me you love me, please. Please.
Here's a hug. I love you.
Thank you.
So, what's the prognosis?
You're not gonna like it.
Hysterical blindness.
What'd you do, call the hospital, talk to Larry?
No, I figured it out myself. That is, if she's not faking it. I read some of Sarah's books.
What do you mean, if she's not faking it?
You really think that our sweet little Charlotte is telling the truth? You don't think she's faking it?
Yeah, I'm sure of it.
Well, I'm not.
Wait a second. Megan, come on. The girl is hysterical. She's not acting. She's definitely blind. I'm sure of it.
Let me just remind you of a little something.
Go ahead.
Isn't this the same woman who drugged you in order to get you into bed with her?
Yeah.
Yes. And isn't this the same woman who then posed you in a compromising position and had someone take a picture of you?
Yeah.
Right. And isn't this the same woman who won't give you a divorce even though she knows that you don't love her and that you love me?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay,
Right,
well,
yes,
she's
so.
not wound too tightly now, is she?
No, she's not wound too tightly. That's exactly why this has happened. That's why she's become hysterical, and that's led to this blindness. That's why.
Or more likely, what's going on is that she doesn't want to let you go, so she's faking the whole thing. I heard Carlo yesterday. He was ready to pull out a gun to make sure that you stay by her
Listen,
side.
Carlo and I are going to have it out soon. I can feel it coming. Believe me.
Well, Carlo may be the one that gave her some kind of drugs to help her fake all of this.
Oh, come on. That's crazy.
I'm serious. Before you met me, Jake, Sarah, who's an expert on the blind, she was fooled by somebody who took drops. He put it in his eyes, and it made him look as if he were blind. And then the drops would wear off when she was nowhere around, and he would be able to see again. I'm telling you, she was fooled. It can work.
I'm sure it can work. You know, I'm sure it can work, but that's not what she's doing in this case. Believe me, Charlotte is not faking this.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Where you going? Okay.
Well, I'm going to go to the hospital and prove that Mrs. Jake Harrison has got perfect 20/20 manipulative vision.
This is Joan London.
And Charles Gibson.
He once called it the evil empire. Tomorrow, former President Ronald Reagan, how and why he became friends with the Soviet Union.
Also, Dom DeLuise and Kevin Costner on Good Morning America.
Coming up, will Frisco's love for his baby daughter open his heart to his past? Stay tuned for General Hospital following an ABC News brief next.